Good morning, students. I am Dr. Gauri Patil, Assistant Professor at Department of Physics from Arts, Science and Commerce College, Ramananda Nagar, Burli. Students, now in this lecture, we will start chapter from BSc second year, Wave Motion and Ultrasonic Waves from paper 6, Waves and Optics. So students, as we know that in earlier or in previous lecture, we have studied that what is mean by wave, what are the types of the waves, and how wave is formed. So with this basic idea, we will continue this lecture. So first I want to clear about the wave motion. Means what is mean by wave motion? Wave motion is nothing but transfer of energy from one point to other in the medium. In previous year, we have studied that what are the types of the waves. So students, there are two types of the waves. First one is a mechanical wave and other is a non-mechanical wave. So in this chapter, we will study about the wave motion and ultrasonic waves. Means wave motion is a transfer of energy and ultrasonic waves are the wave which having the frequency which is greater than audible range of human ear. So let me introduce about the types of the waves. So students, as we know that there are how many types of the waves? There are two types of the waves. Mechanical wave and other one is a electromagnetic wave. So what is the major or what is the main difference between mechanical wave and electromagnetic wave? Yes, mechanical waves are the types of the wave which needs medium to travel, and electromagnetic waves are the types of the wave which do not require medium for its motion, means they can travel through vacuum. Okay, let me choose one pen and I will show you about that. There are two types of the wave. First one is a mechanical wave and other one is a electromagnetic wave. So students, mechanical waves need medium to travel and electromagnetic waves do not require medium, means they can travel through vacuum. So students, as we know that it is necessary to understand the concept of wave motion in the study of physics and its branches, that is the wave motion is nothing but transfer of energy from one point to another in the medium. This transfer of energy is in different forms such as sound, heat, light, X-rays, gamma rays, radio waves, etc. And this transfer of energy through a medium in the medium must possess certain properties such as elasticity, inertia, negligible frictional resistance. So in mechanical wave travel through medium. It requires the medium to transfer the energy. But in electromagnetic wave, which do not require the medium for its motion. So for waves traveling through a medium, it is not material of the medium or particles of medium that travel from one position to other. It is only physical condition which is generated due to disturbance generated at one point in the medium and which is propagated to the other position in the medium. Thus, wave motion of particle of the medium will not move along the wave. Means particles of the medium only vibrate about their mean position. Means because of vibration, again mechanical waves are divided into two parts. Means here, let me explain. Let me draw some mechanical waves again divided into two types. First one is a transverse wave and other is a longitudinal wave. This one is a first type of the mechanical wave which is a transverse wave. So students, here this is the transverse wave and this wave is a traveling. This is the mean position and the wave is traveling like that. These are the crest and trough. Crest and trough. So as this is the mean position and all are crest and trough. So what is mean by amplitude, what is mean by wavelength, what are the crest and what are the trough? So here this is the upper part of the wave, which is called as a crest, and that lower part is called as a trough. And distance between two consecutive crest and distance between two consecutive trough is called as a wavelength. So wavelength is the distance between two consecutive crest or two consecutive troughs. And what is mean by amplitude? Amplitude is the height of the wave from its mean position. So this is a amplitude from its mean position. So these all are the amplitude of the waves. So students, from this wave, here it is clear from that diagram that this is the wave motion, means the wave is moving in this direction. Okay, the wave is moving in this direction and particles are vibrate along this direction. Means in transverse wave, if wave is traveling in this direction and vibration of particle is on in this direction, then the particle vibration are when perpendicular to the wave motion, then this type of wave is called as a transverse wave. Okay students, what is mean by transverse wave and what is mean by longitudinal wave? So first let me explain you what is mean by transverse wave. So the transverse waves are those in which the particles of the medium vibrate about their mean position in direction perpendicular to the direction of propagation of wave. Okay, then in next slide I will explain you what is mean by longitudinal wave. So next, so student, this is figure which is showing the longitudinal wave. Here look at this. Students, this is the wave, and in this wave, this is the longitudinal type of wave, and here on diagram there is some indication like compression, then some area there is a rarefaction. So what is mean by compression and rarefaction? So dear students, compression means the area where the vibrating particles which are coming together. Means all vibrating particles are getting close together, and the rarefaction is the area where the vibrating particles are get apart from each other. Okay student, so we can say that longitudinal waves are those waves in which particles of the medium vibrate about their mean position in the direction of propagation of wave. Means students, here as this is the direction of wave and particles are vibrate like that. Means if particles are vibrated in the form of compression and rarefaction, in this type there is a formation of longitudinal wave in which the particles of the medium vibrate about their mean position in direction of propagation of wave, which is a parallel to the propagation of wave, and this causes variation in pressure of the medium, compression and rarefaction. So hence we can say the longitudinal waves are also pressure waves, means they create the pressure in the form of compression and rarefaction. So students, if you look at to this figure, then your idea about the transverse wave and longitudinal wave will be cleared. Means here transverse wave is a traveling in the form of trough and crest. So okay, these are the crest and trough. And longitudinal waves are traveling in the form of rarefaction and compression. Means here compression, then rarefaction, then again compression, then rarefaction, then compression, then rarefaction. Okay, dear students. So from these two diagrams, you clear your doubts about the transverse wave and longitudinal wave. Means transverse wave is the type of wave where the position or vibration of the particles which are perpendicular to the direction of wave motion. And longitudinal wave is the type of wave motion where the particles vibrated which are parallel to the direction of propagation of wave. So from this we can differentiate transverse wave and longitudinal waves. So there are some points which differentiate the transverse wave and longitudinal wave. Means what are the some difference from the transverse wave and longitudinal wave? First difference is that transverse wave consists of crest and trough, while longitudinal wave consists of compression and rarefaction. Means students, here as you look at here, then from this as I told before that transverse wave consists of trough and crest, while longitudinal wave consists of rarefaction and compression. Rarefaction and compression. So first point is clear. Means transverse wave which is made up of trough and crest, and longitudinal wave is made up of rarefaction and compression. So what is the next point? So second point is there are no pressure variation in transverse waves, while in longitudinal wave there is a pressure variation throughout the medium. Then third point is they can propagate it through solids and surface of liquids but not in gases, while in longitudinal wave they can propagate it through solids, liquids as well as through gases. So as we consider the point which is dependent upon the propagation, so in transverse wave they can propagate it through solid or liquids, but in gases it cannot be possible. But in longitudinal wave they can propagate it through any medium, means solid, liquid and gas. So from this as I told you before that what is the definition of transverse wave and what is definition of longitudinal wave. As you know that in transverse wave the particles of the medium vibrate at right angle, means perpendicular to the direction of wave propagation, or in longitudinal wave the particles of the medium vibrate parallel to the direction of the wave propagation. Means the major difference between transverse wave and longitudinal is the particles vibration. Means in transverse wave particles vibrate in perpendicular direction, and longitudinal wave the particles vibrate in parallel direction. If we say on the basis of their density, so in transverse wave there is no change in the density of medium, but in longitudinal wave the density of the medium changes throughout. As we talk on the basis of their example, so light wave is example of transverse wave and sound wave is example of longitudinal wave. So these are the some major differentiate point between the transverse waves and longitudinal wave. Now in next slide we will study about what is mean by wavelength, what is mean by frequency and pitch. So students, here there are two waves. Means the waves which are traveling at about the same speed. So there are they producing various numbers of the waves. And here this is the ear, and here from which the waves are starting. Okay, so what is mean by wavelength? What is the short wavelength and what is a long wavelength? The short wavelength means lots of wave which having high frequency and high sound. Here this particle showing the short wavelength. Short wavelength means in this length the numbers of cycles of the waves are in more numbers. Means here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 numbers of waves are in that area, that much of area. Means this is the short wavelength. So this is the short wavelength, but numbers of waves are more. If numbers of waves are more, means there are high frequency. If high frequency, then alternative then high sound. Means if there is a short wavelength, number of waves are more, which produce high frequency, which gives high sound. If we suppose or if we see about the long wavelength, then if this is the long wavelength, then number of wave producers which are fewer. So because of that there are low frequency. If frequency is low, then sound is low. Means short wavelength producing high frequency and high sound, while long wavelength produces low frequency and low sound. Then here students, here there are 2 points, 2 figures which are already drawn. So we showing the high frequency and low frequency. Here this is the high frequency figure and this is the low frequency figure. So high frequency means here shorter wavelength but numbers of the waves are more. Okay, and this is the low frequency but wavelength is more and number of waves are fewer. So high frequency have shorter wavelength while low frequency have longer wavelength. So from these two you cleared about your doubts about the shorter wavelength and longer wavelength. Now from this we will recall the some points which we have studied throughout the lecture. So what is mean by amplitude, compression, frequency, longitudinal waves, refraction, transverse waves and wavelength. So amplitude, what is mean by amplitude? Amplitude is the height of peak or height of trough of wave from its rest position, which I have told before sometimes. In transverse wave, what is amplitude? Amplitude is the height of the trough from its mean position. So what is a compression? What is a rare fraction? So compression is a stretched out section of longitudinal wave and rarefaction is a bunch of section of longitudinal wave. Means in compression the particles are getting closer to each other. Means waves are getting closely come together, and in rarefaction these waves or that region the waves are getting apart from each other. Frequency, what is mean by frequency? The frequency is the number of waves which are passing a point each second and which is measured in which unit? Hertz. Yes. And then longitudinal and transverse wave. Longitudinal waves are types of the wave in which the vibration of the particles which are these vibration are in such a direction, means they are perpendicular to the propagation of wave, and in longitudinal wave the particle vibration is parallel to the propagation of wave. Then last point is what is mean by wavelength? Wavelength is the distance between two identical points on neighboring waves. Means it is the distance between two successive crests or distance between two successive troughs. Okay students, so from this I think you cleared all your doubts about wave, types of the wave, transverse wave, longitudinal waves, what is mean by rarefaction, what is mean by compression, what is wavelength and what is frequency. So dear students, we will stop here and we will meet soon.